Good morning, family. My name is Camron. I'm sending this down from South Florida. I was asked to give you guys a short version of my testimony. A few of you may know it, the rest probably do not. I am what they would consider, or would have considered, a hopeless drug addict. A year ago I walked into Pastor Mitch's office and I was completely broken. I was hopeless. I was full of fear, full of desperation, depression. I was entirely empty. For about the 10 years before that, or leading up to that point, I was on a steady downhill progression, from alcohol, from to cocaine, to opiates, to eventually heroin, which is the thing that brought me to my knees. Throughout that time, I had this delusion and this image that I have drawn up that, I still had a relationship with God, and I was still doing what I was supposed to be doing because I was in church on Sunday, or because, I was at youth group, or whatever the case was. It fueled this image that, okay, well, you're still doing what you're supposed to be doing, but just being in church on Sunday and then not doing anything that I was taught Monday through Saturday was, it's not the goal. I believe the goal is to grow more and more like Jesus every day, and to build a relationship with Him, which was something that I was just not doing. If I tried to fill this God-sized void with anything but God, money, women, drugs, partying, all that stuff, and it would work for a little bit, and then it would fail me, and I'd end up feeling more empty or more hopeless than I did originally. So at that point, when I walked into Pastor Mitch's office about a year ago, I was done. I was done using. I was desperate. But the issue is that I couldn't figure out how to do that. I had no idea how to live a life without the use of drugs and alcohol. I didn't know at the time that as an addict, as an alcoholic, I had no choice in whether or not I was going to use again. The fact was that I was short of an experience with God. And I had tried everything except for that experience. So when God navigated me down to Florida, I went to a treatment center, and I wound up in the hands of some guys that, had a solution to recover from this. And that solution was to put my hand in God's hand. And through this process, through that, I have learned, how to have a relationship with God, with Jesus. And today my life is centered around that fact. It is centered around God. And in turn, I've been positioned in a way that my entire life is, at this moment, devoted to helping other people that struggled with something very similar to what I struggled with. And through that, I'm able to show them what the love of God looks like, what a relationship with Jesus looks like. I just want to encourage anyone that struggles with the same thing, and this is where my heart lies today, in this, and in, especially youth that's struggling. Anyone with a similar circumstance or a similar situation, if the only answer that I have found that worked is Jesus and God. There's no middle of the road solution there. The only thing powerful enough to break the chains of addiction is Jesus Christ. But I want to encourage anyone that you don't have to live like that anymore. Like I know what it feels to wake up empty, to wake up desperate, to have no choice. But today I'm free of that. I walk with freedom. I can go anywhere in the world that a free man can go, and I can spread the love of Jesus. So be encouraged. If anyone wants to reach out to me, you can find that beautiful woman in the crowd there. Her name is Tammy Way. She is my mother, and she will give you my phone number, or a couple other people that could help. But I just want to encourage all of you. I love you. You're my family up there. I'm praying that you guys have a little bit better weather. But thank you for listening to me, and allowing me to share my testimony with you guys. Love you.